Hello all, this is Abhilash. In this session, we will learn what is data mining, the concept of data mining, its definition, objectives, and tools and techniques. And we will learn decision making process as well. So let's start from the what is data mining. So data mining is the process that companies use to turn raw data into useful information. They utilize software to look for pattern in large batches of data so they can learn more about customers. It pulls out information from datasets and compares it to help the business make decisions. This eventually helps them to develop strategies, increase sales, market effectively, and more. So this is the practice of analyzing large database in order to generate new information. Data mining uses mathematical analysis to derive patterns and trends that exist in India. Data mining sometimes get confused with machine learning and data analysis, but these terms are different and unique. Application of data mining, businesses can learn more about their customers and develop more effective strategies related to various businesses function and in turn leverage resources in a more optimal and insightful manner. So why data mining is needed? This helps some businesses be closer to their objective and make better decisions. Data mining involves effective data collection and warehousing as well as computer processing. For something the data and evaluating the probability of future events. Data mining uses sophisticated mathematical algorithm. Data mining is also known as a knowledge discovery in data, that is KDD. These are the key data mining concepts. So achieving the best results from data mining requires an array of tools and techniques. Some of the most commonly used function includes data cleansing and preparation, a step in which data is transferred into a form suitable for further analysis and processing, such as identifying and removing errors and missing data. So artificial intelligence, this is the AI. This system perform analytical analytics associated with the human intelligence such as planning, learning, reasoning, and problem solving. Third concept is about association rule running. These tools, also known as the market basket analysis, search for relationship among variables in a data set, such as determining which products are typically purchased together. Last concept is clustering, a process of partitioning a database dataset into a set of meaningful subclasses called clusters to help users understand the natural grouping or structure in the data. The classification, this techniques assigns items in a database to target categories and classes with the goal of accurately predicting the target class for each case in the data. So we have around 9 concepts. The process of evaluating digital information into useful business intelligence, that is data analytics. Data warehousing, this is also data mining concept, a large collection of business data used to help an organization make decisions. It is a foundation component of the most large-scale data mining efforts, and this term data warehousing we have learned in the previous session. We have a separate unit on data warehousing. Machine learning, a computer programming technique that uses statistical probabilities to give computer the ability to learn without being explicitly programmed. The regression, this is the regression analysis, a technique used to predict a range of numerical values such as sales, temperature, stock prices based on a particular data set. Need of data mining. Why do we need data mining? Have a look at the below mentioned points which explain why data mining is required. So data mining is the procedure of capturing large sets of data in order to identify the insights and the vision of that data. Nowadays, the demand of data industry is rapidly growing, which has also increased the demand for data analysts and data scientists. With the technique, we analyze the data and then convert the data into meaningful information. This helps the business to make accurate and better decisions in an organization. Also, data mining helps to develop smart market decisions, run accurate campaigns, make prediction, and many more. With the help of data mining, we can analyze customer behavior and their insights. This leads to great success and data-driven business. These are the objectives of data mining: increasing revenue. One of the important objective of any company, one of data mining. Understanding customer segment and preference. This is many companies, many food, fast food companies are using this segment. That is understanding customer segment and preference, acquiring new customers, improving cross-selling and upselling, retaining customers and increasing loyalty, increasing rate of interest from marketing campaigns, detecting fraud, identifying credit risk, monitoring operational performance. These are the objectives of data mining. Now, these are the characteristics of data mining. So, data mining service is an easy form of information gathering methodology wherein which all the relevant information goes through some sort of identification process. And eventually, at the end of this process, one can determine all the characteristics of the data mining process. The first characteristics is increased quantities of data. In earlier days, the data mining systems can be determined within the help of their clients and customers. But in today's date, one can acquire any number of information without the help of those kind. Moreover, after this kind of revolution in the mining system, it also added one more problem, and that is large quantities of work. So with the help of this information technology, one can acquire a large number of information without any extra burden or trouble. Second characteristics of data mining: provides incomplete data. Most of the people provide incomplete information about themselves in some of the survey conducted within the help of the data mining system. Therefore, the people ignore the value of their information, and that is why they provide incomplete information about themselves in those surveys conducted for the benefit of the mining systems, and this surveys is conducting by the companies. Moreover, this mining system changed the perspective of people. Because of that, people fear the exchange of their personal information. The last characteristics of data mining is complicated data structure. So data mining is a form of wherein which all the information gathered and incorporated with the help of information collection techniques. These information collecting techniques are more of manual and restart technology. So therefore, most of the understanding and determination of this mining can be a bit complicated than other structure of information technology. So data mining techniques in business analytics. So we there are more techniques, around 7 to 10, but these five techniques are the important where almost every company are using. So now that you understand why data mining is important, it's beneficial to see how data mining works, especially in business setting. So first technique is classification. This data mining technique is more complex, using attributes of data to move them into categories, help you draw further conclusion. Supermarket data mining may use classification to group the type of grocery customers are buying, like produce, meat, bakery items. This classification helps the store learn even more about customers' output. Clustering. This technique is very similar to classification, chunking data together based on their similarities. Cluster groups are less structured than classification groups, and making it a more simple option for data mining. In the supermarket example, a simple cluster group could be food and non-food items instead of the specific classes. Third technique is association rules. Association in data mining is all about tracking patterns, specifically based on the linked variables. In the supermarket example, this may mean that many customers who buy a specific item may also buy a second related item. This is the how stores may know how to group certain food items together, and in online shopping they may show people also about this section. And this association rule also you have experience in the while doing online shopping. Fourth one is regression analysis. So regression is used to plan and model, identifying likelihood of the specific variables. The supermarket may be able to project price points based on the availability, consumer demand, and their competition. Regression helps data mining by identifying the relationship between the variables in a set. Last one is anomaly or outlier detection. For many data miner cases, just seeing the overpatching pattern might not be all you need. So data needs to be able to identify and understand the outliers in your data as well. For example, in the supermarket, if the most of shoppers are female, but 1 week is February is mostly men. So you will want to investigate that outlier and understand what behind is. So these data mining techniques are key for businesses to be able to understand the information they have and better their practices. Now we are coming to the main point, that is the clustering analysis for data mining. So clustering is the process of making a group of abstract objects into classes of similar objects. Point to be remember, a cluster of data objects can be treated as one group. While doing cluster analysis, we first partition the set of data into groups based on the data similarity and assign the labels of the groups. Labels to the groups. The main advantage of clustering over classification is that it is adaptable to changes and helps single out useful features that distinguish different groups. Application of cluster analysis. Cluster analysis is a broadly used in many applications such as market research, pattern recognition, data analysis, and image processing. Clustering can also help marketers discover distinct groups in their customer base, and they can characterize their customer group based on the purchasing patterns. In the field of biology, it can be used to derive plant and animal taxonomies, categorize genes with similar functionalities, and gain insight into structures inherent to population. Clustering also helps in identification of areas of similar land used in Earth observation database. It also helps in identification of groups of houses in a city according to a house type, value, and geographic location. Clustering also helps in classifying documents on the web for information discovery. Clustering is also used in earlier detection applications such as detection of credit card fraud. As a data mining function, cluster analysis serves as a tool to gain insight into the distribution of data to observe characteristics of each cluster. Now we are moving to the web mining. So web mining is the application of data mining techniques to discover patterns from the World Wide Web, that is a WWW. It uses automated methods to extract both structured and unstructured data from the web pages, server logs, and link structure. There are three main subcategories of web mining that we will learn in upcoming session. And I have shared one link in your group about the cluster analysis. Just go through the link. Web content mining extract information from within a page. Web structure mining discovers the structure of the hyperlinks between documents, categorizing set of web pages, and measuring the similarity and relationship between the different sites. Web uses mining finds patterns of uses of web pages. These are the types of web mining: web content, web uses, and web structure mining. So what is the mean by web content mining? Web content mining can be used to extract useful data, information, knowledge from the web page content. In web content mining, each web page is considered as an individual document. The document can take advantage of the semi-structured nature of the web pages. For example, if an user searches for a specific text on the search engine, then the user will get list of the suggestions. Like, why if you search any question or anything on Google, Google will show you the 100 plus results about your content, about your topic, or you can say this that is a keyword. Okay, so web uses mining is used to extract useful data, information, knowledge from the web log records. Okay, and assist in the recognizing the user access patterns for web pages. In mining, the uses of web resources, the individual is thinking about the records of request of visitors for website that are often collected as a web server logs. The individual requester demonstrate how the consumer see these pages. Web uses mining may disclose relationship that they were not proposed by the creator of the pages. The last type of web mining is web structure mining. The web structure mining can be used to find the link structure of hyperlink that is used to identify that data either link the web pages or direct link network. In web structure mining, an individual considers the web as a directory graph with the web pages being the verticals that are associated with the hyperlinks. The most important application in this regard is the Google search engine, which estimates the ranking of its outcomes primarily with the PageRank algorithm. It characterizes a page to be exponentially relevant when frequently connected by other highly related pages. Structures and content mining methodologies are usually combined. For example, web structure mining can be beneficial to organizations to regulate the network between two commercial sites. And these are the application, document retrieval and ranking, as I explained as an example, that is Google, discovery of hubs and authorities, discovery of web communities, and social network analysis. Decision making process. So decision making is the process of making choices of by identifying a decision, gathering information, and accessing alternative resolutions. Using a step-by-step decision-making process can help you make more deliberate, thoughtful decisions by organizing relevant information and defining alternatives. This approach increases the chances that you will choose the most satisfying alternatives possible. So first step is the making decision making process. Identify the decision. Identify the decision. You realize that you need to make a decision. Try to clearly define the nature of the decision you must take. The first step is very important. Second step is gather relevant information. That means collect some information before you make your decision. What information is needed or required, the best source of information, and how to get it. You should look for it. And this step involves both internal and external work. Some information is internal, you will seek it through the process of self-assessment, or other information is external, you will find it online, in books, from the other people, or from the other sources. Third is identify the alternatives. As you collect information, you will probably identify several possible paths of action. Means you can take the decision, but before that, you should look for the alternative. So that's why this step is very important. And you can also use your imagination or additional information to construct new alternatives. In this step, you will list all possible and desirable alternatives. Right. Fourth one is weigh the evidence. Draw on your information and emotions to imagine what it could be like if you carried out each of the alternatives to n. So you have to think here. If you go with this option, if you go with decision, what will be the impact, right? So step one will be the met and resolved through the use of each alternative. As you go through this difficult internal process, you will be begin to favor certain alternatives and those that seems to have a higher potential for reaching your goals. Finally, they place the alternatives in a priority order based upon your own value system. Fifth, choose among the alternatives. So now you have more alternatives to support your decision. So choose among the alternatives. Once you have weighed all the evidence, you are ready to select the alternatives that seems to be the best one for you and that can solve your problem. So you may even choose a combination of alternatives, or your choice in step 5 may be very likely to be the same or similar to the alternative you placed at the top. Fifth, is the sixth, to take action. So you are now ready to take some positive action by beginning to implement the alternative you choose in step 5. And last is review your decision and its consequence. In the final step, consider the result of your decision and evaluate whether or not it has resolved a need you identified in step 1. If the decision has not met the identified need, then you may want to repeat certain steps of the process to make a new decision, and again you have to follow the same process. For example, you might want to gather more detail or somewhat different information or explore additional alternatives. The last is Siemens 4 phase of decision making. So these four are the phases. First is intelligence phase, where you have to identify the problem, like consist or on surveying the environment or situation that demands decision. It implies kind identification of the problem, the collection of information, and establishment of the goal and evaluating criteria. Right. Second one is design phase. Involves delineating and analyzing various courses of action for the problem identified in the intelligence phase. It implies an evaluation of a combination of feasible alternatives and their evaluation on the basis of the criteria established in the intelligence phase. Choice phase involves selecting the best alternative. Here again, you have to look for the alternatives and you have to select the best one which will solve your problem. Monitor phase, also called a review or implementation, where if you after taking the alternative, after choosing the alternative, if problem is not solving, then you have to review again your process. So designed to ensure the proper execution of your choice. So this is the these are the Siemens four phases of decision making process. Here we are done with the data mining technicals. So we have covered here data mining as well, then decision making process.